What if I told you that you've been walking a path all your life, one that's uniquely yours, yet hidden from the crowd? A path that doesn't follow the noise, the trends, or the expectations that most people conform to. Gentlemen, welcome to the Sigma Male community. Today, we're exploring the 5 signs that you're a Sigma Male, even if you've never given yourself that label. This isn't about titles, status, or where you fit into a hierarchy. It's about a deep sense of identity, built on self-awareness, independence, and inner strength. We are Sigma Males. We operate differently, not to stand out, but because we see no need to follow anyone else's rules. We're not chasing approval, nor do we seek dominance over others. At the core of who we are is the quiet mastery of the self, a relentless pursuit of growth that requires no validation. While others crave recognition or social acceptance, we find meaning in the personal journey, knowing that real strength comes from within. The Sigma mindset embodies the essence of Stoic wisdom, teaching us to control what we can and release what we cannot. We embrace solitude not as isolation, but as clarity, a space where we can align our thoughts and actions without distraction. It's not that we reject the world, we simply choose when and how we engage with it. This is what sets us apart, our ability to live by our own principles, without needing to explain or justify ourselves. Today, we're going to explore 5 signs that confirm you've been living the Sigma way, whether consciously or unconsciously. This isn't about following a trend. It's about recognizing the quiet power that has always been within you. So, let's dive in, gentlemen, and uncover what makes us who we are. 1. You're endlessly curious. Gentlemen, we do not settle for surface-level understanding. We crave depth, not for applause, recognition, or approval, but for the sheer satisfaction of expanding our minds. A Sigma male's curiosity is like a flame that never dies. Whether it's reading about ancient philosophy in the quiet hours before dawn, dissecting the complexities of astrophysics, or learning how mechanical gears synchronize in a watch, it's not just a hobby, it's a way of life. Our minds demand exploration, diving headfirst into what ignites that spark within. Knowledge isn't about impressing others, it's about feeding our intellectual hunger and experiencing personal growth. Like the Stoics, we believe that knowledge isn't a passive act, it's an ongoing pursuit, an endless journey of discovery. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Through our curiosity, we shape the way we see the world and ourselves, becoming self-reliant in the process. While others chase the latest trends or align with popular opinions, we carve our own intellectual paths. This journey isn't always easy. Curiosity can sometimes lead us into solitude, misunderstood by those satisfied with surface answers. But we don't seek validation. Our fulfillment lies in the thrill of chasing what sparks our interest, whether or not anyone is watching. Each new subject we explore builds on the last, adding depth to our character and making us versatile thinkers. From the microscopic intricacies of biology to the abstract concepts in metaphysics, we find joy in connecting ideas from vastly different fields. This intellectual independence allows us to approach life's challenges with fresh perspectives, making us problem solvers and lifelong learners. In a world full of fleeting distractions, we prioritize meaningful exploration, always seeking to grow, evolve, and understand more. 2. Your intuition is always on point. Our instincts are sharp, but not because we were born with some mystical ability. They've been forged through years of observation, introspection, and experience. A Sigma male's intuition is the product of paying close attention, noticing what others overlook, identifying patterns that lie just beneath the surface, and reading between the lines of every interaction. This ability gives us a unique advantage in understanding social dynamics and seizing opportunities before others are even aware they exist. Epictetus once said, "Don't explain your philosophy. Embody it." We live by this principle. Our intuition isn't something we announce or showcase, it's something we trust silently, relying on it to navigate life's complexities. Whether we're assessing potential business partnerships or navigating personal relationships, our gut instincts are rarely wrong. This doesn't mean we act impulsively, on the contrary, our decisions are precise, backed by a deep awareness of the nuances around us. When something feels off, we listen, even if the reason isn't immediately clear. We don't waste energy second-guessing ourselves or conforming to others' expectations. While the crowd hesitates, seeking external validation, we act with quiet confidence, trusting the patterns we've spent a lifetime identifying. And when we walk away from situations that don't align with us, it's not an act of rebellion, it's a commitment to staying true to ourselves. Intuition, for us, is both a compass and a shield, guiding us toward what resonates and protecting us from paths that don't. 3. You tend to overthink situations. Our minds are always in motion, constantly analyzing, dissecting, and reimagining scenarios from every possible angle. What others dismiss as overthinking, we recognize as precision. We break down situations layer by layer, playing out various outcomes until we're satisfied that we've considered every possibility. This approach allows us to make deliberate, calculated decisions, especially when the stakes are high. Where others rush forward impulsively, we take our time, ensuring we've fully mapped out the terrain before taking the first step. But let's be honest, this tendency can sometimes backfire. Analysis paralysis is a real challenge. At times, our need to examine every detail can slow us down, causing us to get stuck in loops of thought. However, this is simply part of who we are. Like the Stoics, we've come to understand that control lies not in changing the world, but in mastering our reactions to it. Seneca once said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." This quote resonates deeply with us. While we may find ourselves trapped in overanalysis from time to time, this mental rigor also makes us exceptional strategists. Our strength lies in anticipating obstacles before they arise. When the moment to act finally arrives, we do so with clarity, knowing we've thought through every angle. This mental discipline allows us to remain calm under pressure. While others may falter in uncertainty, we excel, confident that no stone has been left unturned. In the end, it's this very tendency to overthink that sharpens our intellect and helps us excel where others falter. Gentlemen, shout out to this incredible Sigma male community. Every like, comment, and share strengthens our mission to master Stoic wisdom and embrace our Sigma identity. Subscribe and turn on notifications. Let's keep sharpening our Sigma mindset together. 4. You often feel like the odd one out in social situations. Being a Sigma male means often finding yourself on the outside, looking in. At parties, meetings, or social gatherings, we may feel out of sync with the energy of the room. But this isn't because we dislike people, it's simply that we approach social situations differently. We prefer to observe the dynamics at play, understanding the unspoken rules that govern interactions. While most people slip comfortably into predefined roles, leaders, followers, or mediators, we remain detached from these labels. We don't feel the need to participate in the social dance just to fit in. As Marcus Aurelius wisely noted, the object of life is not to be on the side of the majority, but to escape finding oneself in the ranks of the insane. This mindset defines our social behavior. We don't chase approval or seek validation through conformity. Instead, we chart our own course, content with standing apart. This detachment isn't a weakness, it's a strength. It allows us to think clearly and independently, without being swayed by groupthink or external pressures. Though we may feel like outsiders, we've come to embrace this role. It's not about avoiding connection, but about choosing when and how to engage. When we do participate socially, it's intentional and meaningful. We've learned to be comfortable with our uniqueness, knowing that our worth isn't defined by how well we fit into social structures. This independence is what sets us apart and gives us a unique edge. 5. You love to spend time in your own company. For us, solitude isn't a burden, it's a sanctuary. While others may feel restless or disconnected without constant interaction, we thrive in those quiet moments alone. It's in these spaces that we reflect, recharge, and nurture our inner selves. Whether we're engrossed in a book, working on personal projects, or simply sitting with our thoughts, we find joy in our own company. Solitude isn't wasted time, it's an essential part of our personal growth. The Stoics taught that inner peace comes from mastering oneself. Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." We live by this wisdom. Our sense of identity is rooted in the relationship we've built with ourselves, not in how others perceive us. Social events can be enjoyable, but they don't define us. We engage when we choose to, not out of obligation or fear of missing out. This autonomy gives us the freedom to focus on what truly matters. In solitude, we cultivate clarity and strength. It's where we process our thoughts, make important decisions, and align with our values. While the world moves at a frantic pace, we find peace in slowing down, reflecting, and staying centered. Our ability to enjoy our own company makes us resilient, independent, and self-sufficient. We don't seek validation from others because we've already found it within ourselves. And that is the essence of freedom. Gentlemen, being a Sigma male is not about wearing a label or fitting into some predefined mold. It's about embodying a mindset, a way of living that prioritizes self-mastery, independence, and resilience. We are guided by our curiosity, sharpened by our intuition, and strengthened by our ability to stand alone without fear. This journey is not about competing with others. It's about challenging ourselves to grow, to think deeply, and to live authentically. In this Sigma male community, we recognize that the path we walk isn't always easy. It's a path of solitude, reflection, and sometimes overthinking, but it's also a path of power. And here's the truth, we don't need anyone's permission to walk it. We don't need applause to know we're on the right track. Our strength lies in knowing, in trusting ourselves, our instincts, and our ability to navigate life on our own terms. So, if these signs resonate with you, welcome, you've been a Sigma male all along. It's time to fully embrace that identity, not by seeking validation from the world, but by continuing to sharpen your inner sword, mastering yourself as the Stoics taught us. We are Sigma males. We are independent. We are unstoppable. Gentlemen, if you found value in this journey, share this message with your fellow Sigma males. Let's grow this Sigma male community together. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and let's keep pushing forward with clarity and strength. Until next time, stay curious, stay sharp, and never stop mastering yourself.